Baby, when I look in your eyes, I can feel that perfect desire flowing through ya. I just wanna do ya right, yeah. Pull up to your crib like, baby, what's the vibe? You a skinny dipper in the water type. Took a double dose of that kryptonite. Looking at my watch, I can tell the time. Just give it to me, give it to me. Yeah. I know you're waiting on me to rise. Yeah. Give it to me, give it to me. And I know you're waiting, but I'm always on time. Here knocking at my door, you see me naked.
What's good, everybody? What is good? Woo. Hoping you guys are having a good time. Welcome, of course, to another episode of Opinionated with yours truly. I am your host, Resla. And here on this show, we pretty much like to talk about the things that get people to start thinking. And maybe even a little bit of talking. Today, folks, monogamy. Is it still needed? Is it outdated? You got to ask yourself a little bit of questions, have a little bit of a conversation about this one. Let's just be honest, folks. For a long time now, monogamy has been the gold standards when it comes to relationships. But let's keep it a buck. Does it still work? Or are we just holding on to something that no longer fits, quote, the modern standards? Of course, I got an ambulance that's now wanted to just start going by. It was quiet today. Now it's pulling this BS. Every time I hit go live, this happens. Every time. This is picture perfect. Anyway, guys, we're going to talk a little bit about this. And look, this isn't a story. Now it's like right up on my block. Can you hear it? Because I can hear it. Can you hear it? And it is cruising. I thought you were in an emergency. Go by already. What the hell? What was I just saying? Oh, this isn't basically telling anyone how to live their life. That's not what I do. I really don't go about trying to do that kind of stuff, right? But some of you might be the type of person who is all in on monogamy. You believe that it should always be the standard for the one-on-one, right? And for some of them have dipped their toes into it and they want to experience something a little bit different. And to the other people, they ain't stick their toes in. They did a whole goddamn cannonball to get up in that action. Now, again, no judgment, no heat here, no smoke. You do as you do. We're just saying, we're trying to figure out what makes the most sense and why. And I got to keep track because I got Nightbot on and I want to know if she's acting proper or not. But anyway, I think we can kick this off and we'll figure out a little bit more so how we're going to engage this conversation. But before I do any of that, you guys know what I like to do. I want to, of course, thank everybody who's already walked up in the building. All right. So, of course, we got Justin Thompson already up in here. I appreciate you. Glenn Lawrence was already up in. He was in here good and early. G2, yo, what's going on? Hey, Cold Truth up in. Yes. Oh, you say hold on? We'll have to see about that. Decipher in the building. True Keys is in the building. And it's guys, if you start walking in, you start pouring in, be sure to say hi to everybody who's actually up in the chat. Start having your conversations. I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna have different perspectives when it comes to this. But you know how I like to do this. Let me cook. Let me set the ground floor. Let me just get everything started. Let me get you warmed up. to know exactly where I'm going with all this. Where do we start with all this? Monogamy, right? Monogamy wasn't always about love. Let's just be clear on that. It wasn't. Back then, it was about property, it was about alliances, and knowing who got to inherit the cows or the castle. So romantic, right? So freaking romantic. Fast forward, I wish there was like a fast forward motion that happened with the little sound effect. But fast forward, and it became tied to religion and even morality. Somewhere along the way, love entered the equation. But does it mean that it's always been there for the best options? Just wondering. So, what's changed now? Hmm? In today's world, it's a different ballgame. Let's just be honest, folks. The same way we can look at sports. Basketball is not the same way we play it now, the same way how we played it then. The game has changed. People live longer. They're more independent than ever before. And people want to explore all the relationship options that they have. We look at apps like Field. Don't ask me how I know about that app. I did a little bit of research. We pay attention to shows like You, Me, Her. And God forbid, there are many TikTokers on mainstream media talking about non-monogamy and all different practices for it. Are these changes showing us what we've been missing out on? Or are they just distractions from real commitment? It's interesting. At least to me, it's interesting. On one hand, you have monogamy. And it has this reputation for being stable, secure. On the other hand, though, just look at it. It feels a lot like, well, here's this one person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, and that person is never going to meet all of your standards, but you're going to be perfectly happy. Doesn't that feel great? And the question, because of how people are moving around, is do they believe, or rather, let me just say, does that even make sense in today's world? I think that's something we have to get a little bit into. So I guess I'm gonna make a little bit of a comparison between non-monogamy, and there's so many different factions now for non-monogamy, and monogamy, just based on how I see how things have been moving around and how I've been looking at it for a little bit. And you know me, I like to take my two-side approach to things. So let's break it down a little bit. On one side, you've got the argument that monogamy creates trust, emotional depth. It's a long-term partnership. And on the other side, there's this case that non-monogamy, it leaves you to feel honest, to feel free. And let's face it, no one person is going to fulfill all your needs. So now you get the opportunity to get all those needs met. I mean, who's got it right so far? When I think of the pros when it comes to monogamy, right? Monogamy will give you, like I said, stability. You can have a plain and simple example throughout multiple areas of time, right? You know, who's got your back when it all comes down to it? You're building with someone. Who's going to help you when life seems meaningless? That's what monogamy is offering you. It forces you to work through your issues instead of looking for the next shiny thing, because you grow together. And what about the positive side for non-monogamous relationship? Because again, let's keep it a buck. No one person can be everything you need. Some things are just for some other people. I mean, hell, if you want to look at it in the back pages of the way how things were, there's a reason why people kept having more than one wife. Sometimes you needed the wife who was the most responsible, who was a great cook. Sometimes you needed the one that was very intellectual and she can be able to help with the finances and things going on in the family and keep everybody organized. And sometimes that last wife was really the to put it down. Sometimes you just needed 3 or more to fulfill all the gaps. Non-monogamy is not just about being honest, but about really not pretending to have anything else otherwise. You can hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I know you antsy. I cook. I set the stage. I'll drop the link when it's time. I'll drop the link when it's time. Don't rush. I mean, when it comes to things like non-monogamous, it can usually to a lot of people they say it's strained from relationships. In what ways? I don't know. I speak to some people who are in it. Sometimes they got a little bit of conflict. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's easy for some people to move on. But for them, for the ones that I do speak with, they say they actually strengthen their relationship because it removes the pressure of trying to be a perfect person for one person. They say that basically they have a focus on, quote, the connection instead of the idea of control, because these people who are in these relationships says that there's a big control aspect that happens within it. For me, for me, it comes down to the person who's involved. You know, if monogamy works when both people are actually fully on board, I think it's a good thing. But it's a disaster if one person is pretending to be okay with something and the other person is not. And the same goes for non-monogamy as well, folks. Honesty is the make or break factor when it comes to relationships. But let's dive just a little bit deeper into it. Why does society still put up so much weight on monogamy being, quote, the right way to do things? That's the question for people who like to ask these things. For me to ask these things, because you have a push for both sides and people still saying that monogamy is still the great and the only way to do it. But yet when we look at society, it's just such a big pushback and we see that conventional marriages are falling apart, even to the point now where we see people are not even bothering getting married now. Why? And let me get personal for a second, just for a smidget. I've got friends on both sides of this coin. Some swear monogamy is the only way to build a deep, loving connection, while others are living their best lives in open relationships. What's the common thread? I've been wondering. The ones who are, quote, thriving are the ones who are clear about their boundaries and the ones who are clear about what they want. And to me, that seems to be the deciding factor. What about you, though? I'm wondering what you guys are going to be thinking. Have you ever questioned whether monogamy is the right choice for you? I feel like it's commercial. Is monogamy the right choice for you? If you're in a monogamous relationship, what exactly do you feel makes it work? If not, why did you step away from it? You know, you all have been lighting up the freaking chat right now. Obviously, it's flying. A lot of you guys are coming in. Some of you got your own perspective. I see some people out there cooking. I'm looking at some of your comments up there. I'm gonna have to take some time to read through some of them, but I see they're flying up there. People got their thoughts. But I'm wondering what people really got when it comes to it. And remember, the goal isn't to pick a side. That's not the conversation that I'm particularly having. I'm trying to understand. It's to get to a better understanding of where we're all coming from. So why don't we just jump into the question and let's just see where it really takes us today. And with that being said, folks, you know where this is going. Link is in the chat. And for those coming in, hopefully they take the time to understand what we're talking about. But pin to the top of the chat as well. Please keep mind of what the actual conversation is about, folks. And while we do that, I'm going to get a little bit of a distraction right now so I can go through some of your chats. So, excuse me a moment while I do what I do. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Yeah. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Yeah. Welcome to the porch. Grab you a drink, light you a blunt, sit back and steal facts, fly, evidence playing, no dick holding, no blackity black shit. We chilling with the crew. You welcome for the session. I hope your time was pleasant. Now did you learn your lesson? Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Yeah. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Yeah. 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 Welcome to the porch. On the streets, in the darkness of night, we wear the blue, ready to fight. Every move we make, every step we take, undercover blues, our lives at stake. Beneath the surface, we find the truth. Evaluate, cop, searching for proof. We serve and protect. It's in our blood, but sometimes it's tough, misunderstood. We're the guardians of peace and justice in the alleys and streets, where the shadows kiss in the face of danger. We stand tall, working for the greater good, giving our all. So we've got some opinions going on within the chat, but it doesn't seem like anyone wants to come up and actually have the conversation. I see a lot of people who say, like, monogamy is the way for this, go for this. Some people say, I don't know. Some people even say, I am all I need. Well, what are your thoughts? Are you all you need? If monogamy is the way to go, express how. Inquiring minds would like to know, because I do hear a great inverse when it comes to that. And I gotta say, they make some very, very good points. It's easy for us to just turn around and say that something is the way because that's the way that we want it. But not everybody feels the same way. And plenty of people have good reasons to go up against it. But I get it. If it's not good enough for you to actually be able to be salient and express a point as to why it's being that way, whether it is religious or not, I understand. Can't say I don't give up an opportunity for that to take. Oh, okay. We got our first runner up. What's good, G2?
What's going on, Resla? How are you?
Pretty good. Your mic is strong. Strong, my G. Got the force on that mic.
Oh, let me turn it, mess with my volume a bit. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. So
What team are you on? Team monogamy? Team non-monogamy?
I'm not sure where I am. I was married for 20 years and I'm a Gen Xer, so we had the example of my of our parents. My parents have been going on 55 years. So I had that example and grew up with the idea from Jewish and Christian examples that monogamy is the way to go. But like I said in the comments, I think that monogamy is probably a Pauline invention in from the first century when on the foundations of the church. And like Hanky said, I'm pretty good on my own. Um, I hang out with my ex and my kids, so just living in separate houses and stuff, and it's a pretty good life, I think. So, uh, I think psychologically, some people need more than one person to fulfill their needs, and other people find the person that they need and stay with them for 50, 60 years.
Okay, so let me put it this way. So you have a couple with somebody and you have offspring together, right?
Yeah.
But you don't reside in the same roof. Would some
Nope.
people say that that's also an issue when it comes to quote monogamy? Like, well, and again, I don't know what other aspects. I'm not even going to ask because for all we know, there's an understanding you guys are really good friends, but you still could be seeing each other. You don't need to stay seeing other people. You don't have to stay otherwise. It's not for us to know.
Right.
We're just having the conversation. And some people might say, well, maybe you're not practicing true monogamy because you two should be under the same household to make sure there's the big family structure unit.
Well, I mean, we're more best friends than anything. Um, the marriage didn't last because 18 of the 20 years I was gone 200 days a year, and she got used to living alone, right?
Okay.
And when I retired from the army, it was an adjustment to say the least. So it's been better as friends than anything. So
Okay.
and we both seen other people and stuff like that. But Thanksgiving we were together all day. So
I mean, and great that you have one that works out, that especially in that way that you're still, pretty much acting with each other. You're still good. You still share that family dynamic between your kids and everything. Now, there, like I mentioned before, this whole idea of monogamy was something that even took place well before it got into the religious spaces. Before it used to, it wasn't even something that was just offered really to poor people. It was a really thing about possessions and family bloodlines and what they hold on to property and things like that. Who inherited what through bloodlines, through
yeah.
people who were both wealthy, making ties with each other's families. That's how the whole betrothal things happen. Like kids didn't even get a chance to really do anything. It's like, no, you're married to your cousin. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Versus the time that we got later on, especially when it became more open in religious context, and everybody could really start getting married. Now the idea that you have people out here, they want to live their best life, they want to live free, and they don't understand the idea of being tied down, especially the newer generation, you can say now, even say it's a millennial, and even for those who Z's going up, they're like, why? Especially when we see their relationships are falling apart, and even to our younger generation, they're like, I'm not even gonna bother getting into marriage because we see it's not working, at least in their eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that a lot from my kids and my kids' friends that marriage is an antiquated institution, that all it really is a tax write-off in America. And what's the point? I'd rather just be able to walk away um, than have that complication.
You know what makes things bad though, right? When I ask people who do want to get married, what are the tangible benefits of getting married? They can't answer the question. They
Right.
want to get married, but they don't even know what benefits they receive from getting married outside of just people who they know saying, oh, look, they decided to stick together, even they've probably been with each other for years already. Oh, look, they decided to make it up issue, even though they've been playing house for 3 or 4 or 5 years, 17 years. Oh, look, they're official now under the government.
Yeah. I think they're, government official. I mean, maybe we've been a bad example to those generations. I don't know, helicopter parenting and stuff like that. But I'm not quite sure. I do believe that there's some psychological aspects to it with a minority of the people.
Okay.
In that very empathic people think that they can love more than one person equally in a relationship type marriage
Well, I've heard different ways.
non-monogamous
Well, I
relationship.
would say more from the ladies that I speak to, that I know, they get the confusion part of it when they claim loving equally, because there's no such thing. But the guys
Right.
the guys who I know, they're like, no, I love everybody different. Somebody I like a little bit more, somebody I like a little bit less, which is also why I laugh at the idea when people have multiple wives, because they literally say like this wife, I like talking to her, the other one, she's not as smart, but for somehow she's the best cook, and the other one, man, the hips on her, I just love going to town. Like,
Yeah.
they all serve a purpose.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to think. It is just hard for me to imagine having more than one relationship like that at a time. And again, I think it's generational to where we are. We have this programming of one person for life, and I mean, I got married at 19, so
Oh, bless your heart. One of the
yeah, and I think that had a lot to do with the marriage too, right? And then you're never home. But I still feel like if I met somebody that fulfilled my needs, all my needs, it would be monogamous. I don't see myself.
I think that it's that way for a lot of people. If they would say that the one person that they met filled all their needs, they would stay together. Then I don't even think there would be a push for polyamorous or polygyny.
Yeah.
It's the ideal that a lot of people go through, and again, I think it's because we're not really told what relationships are. People expect relationships to be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's what I think we were talking about with the newer generations too, right? I want to be able to walk away because it's hard work.
I say this about people when it comes to communication. When I say, when you go to school, you're taught to speak. You very rare that you're ever taught the value of speech itself. That's it. And the same goes for relationships. You're told relationships are this wonderful thing. They don't really tell you that the work you have to put into it. Same thing for friendships. You want a good friend? That's something you have to work at. It's not gonna just because they live and breathe doesn't mean they're gonna stay there, you know? And I don't know. I think it's a value, how we value other people that needs to be taught and why we have them around that needs to be taught. And I don't think that's something that we understand. I mean, you can talk from Gen X to millennials to what we see in Z right now. No, that's missing. That part of the puzzle is missing for a lot of people. And that's what I see.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
So you get younger people, even people around my age, was still doing it. And I just go, sometimes I look at them, I just go, damn. Sometimes I envy you, and then I see the bullshit you go through, and I go, oh, hell no, I don't want to be out in these streets. No, no way. You know, you see both ends, and you're like, oh, you're just able to just bring this person into the fold. Yeah, and they'll go to, oh, okay, they both kissing up on each other too. Oh, yeah, this one, okay. You wake up in the morning, they both give you eggs, or you're just chilling, and one person just says they cold, and they sneak into your bed, and you just cuddling up. Oh, that sounds great. Yeah. Then other times it's like, oh no, you got to fight with both 3 people,
right,
all in a household too. Oh no.
I think that would be even more work to me in my mind. Nowhere near easier.
I don't know.
I mean, in a group dynamic, you're gonna have at any given time during an argument, 2 people could gang up on the other one, and then it flipped the next week.
Yeah, but the funny part about it as well is that something that was said to me, and I didn't think about it until they said it. That was said when somebody threatens your household, because you think about the part where, like you just said. So let's just say if it's not 3, let's say it's 4 or even 5, right? Yeah, it gets that way as well. Let's just say it gets that part. I got you, Lawrence. You good? All right. Let's just say let's say it's 3, 4, 5, whatever. You know what they turn around and say? The strength in numbers. When they all get together as a unit, they said it's nothing like it. And I'm like, interesting.
Yeesh. What's up, Lawrence?
Hey.
How's it going, Simon?
I saw you, Lawrence. You said both your parents were married at 21. My dad was 20 when they had me.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing, Resla? How you doing, panel? How you doing, chat? Hope you
Pretty
well.
good, Dave. Pretty
Hope
good.
you well. Look, it seems like we're speaking like polygamy rather than monogamy. Because
no, I would say we spoke pretty much on both sides.
right? Are we talking about monogamy or polygamy? Because
we're speaking on
it seems
both.
like the mind reaches to polygamy when we're speaking about monogamy.
No,
Rich,
we're
it's a
speaking
singular
about both
thing,
sides,
right?
Let's just be honest. I think that most people who will be up here, or rather just the way how society has been, most people are trained to be monogamous. I'm just gonna put it the way.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
to be monogamous, but let's just be honest. Like,
what's up, what's up,
monogamy
LA?
has not been the end all be all. There are people who are choosing another lifestyle because, quite frankly, they can also look in history and say that, especially in today's era that we're in, that monogamy isn't what it's cracked up to be.
Well, I mean, that's subjective, right? I mean, the thing is we choose bad. So the thing, if it at the end of the day, I'll say like most white people don't choose like black people. Like we have this thing where we're aggressive with our choices, where most white people be quite submissive with their choices.
Sir,
They'll be
no,
like,
no, that's
what?
incorrect. You have
That's
not
totally correct.
seen white people mad with each other. Are you crazy?
Listen, A white man will take a white woman who has nothing in the game and go, okay, you're gonna be my wife, right? Where a black man will
We'll
turn
take a white
around
woman
and
easily
go, well,
with
like who
nothing in
you?
the game.
That's the
Come on.
difference.
You never met a
That's the
Southern
difference, right
or
there.
New York white lady.
I don't care about where you're from. That ain't gonna mean nothing to me because we're gonna be traveling the world, right? So I need a lady that understands that sort of shit. Like if I'm gonna be a president, some shit like that. Like, come on. Like Donald, who's his wife? Where did he get his wife from? You know, it ain't about like, oh, you're from here. No, you know, I live like a white man. People get pissed off. You get what I'm saying? Facts. Because I understand white people because white people brought me up. You know, but I'm not saying like black people are kind of stupid, but I'm just saying like they are kind of like aggressive. You know, and if you don't actually sort of understand that shit, then it's counterproductive to the world. We know where black people lie, right? They're like immigrants, right? So it's just like, yo, you. Sorry.
Wait, what do you mean?
Uh, black people are treated like immigrants. It's just like, just come over here and do your shit. We'll do your madness. But at the end of the day, you're not gonna control us. You know what I mean? You know, you do your little bitty. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stay over there in the projects because, like,
No, sir. This is the thing that we're having the disconnect on, right? You're speaking about a minority of people. Not all black
no, it's
people
not a
are like that.
minority. It's every black. I'll say
We're
like
all in
90%.
the projects. We're all in the house. Like we're all on Section 8. We're all. Come
Yeah,
on.
you are. You're doing all that crazy stuff for no apparent reason.
The
You know
fact
what I
that I
mean?
grew up in a project.
You
The fact that
can't
I
even
actually
wake
grew up
up
in
in the morning like you want to go to sleep on the mattress. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's crazy. I wasn't brought up like that, girl. Like, do you
again
know what I mean?
hyperbolic ass.
What? Okay.
And
Explain what
this is
hyperbolic
how we
is.
look in the
Eh,
media.
no, don't say words for no apparent reason. Explain what hyperbolic is.
You're extreme. That's not the
No, that's
majority
not
of
what.
black
Oh,
folks.
all right. You see this shit?
It's
Okay.
not the majority of black folks. You gonna tell me to my face how I came up?
Right.
Like,
All I asked you was to say what hyperbolic means. That's what it is.
what's good?
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
I
forgot he,
appreciate.
I forgot he
I
changed his
appreciate
name
the
up recently.
conversation.
Sick of these honkies.
You know, you ain't even said it yet, though. You know what I mean? What does hyperbolic mean?
I just literally told you.
He's just laughing. You see, this is what black people
You weren't
do.
even paying
They're like, they
attention.
will say some shit, and they'll
You
be
weren't
like,
even
I
paying
don't even know what the
attention.
fuck I'm speaking about.
You didn't even pay attention. I said, why are
It's
you being
not.
so extreme? You're hyperbolic. There was no reason for you to be saying, especially
Okay.
labeling like that or all
That's not
doing
the
that.
definition of hyperbolic, though. That's not that. No, that's not what it is, though. Okay. And I appreciate you not doing a Google search. That's cool.
Literally exaggerated, hyperbolic,
You are.
exaggerated. You're extreme, sir.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. There you
So
go.
come on, I know exactly what the hell I'm talking about.
We're
You have
about
to
to learn
Google it
today.
because you're looking for the word.
We're about to learn today. Let's go.
I literally told you what it was. Not my fault. You don't want to accept the actual definitions.
Nah, that's not what you said before you looked it up. That's not what you
Yes,
said.
I said
Okay.
literally.
Yeah.
You're extreme.
Mm-hmm. I'm a cartoon character. That's who I am. You see this shit? I'll switch because
What's good,
this
say like?
what's up, bro?
Tom, what's going on? You good?
What is up, man? No, my connection was acting stupid. You know how it be sometimes when you're in a car. It's a good conversation. I mean, as a person that believes in monogamy, Oh shit! Wait a
Why are
minute.
you playing some shit? Why? What? What's he playing? Why are you playing some stuff, bro?
Playing what? What?
Is that you or I can't
I
tell.
don't, I don't know what.
Look, I've been meaning to have a conversation with you. I'd love to just have a conversation with you, me, you. You know what I mean? Chop it
That,
up, and just get to the
is
nitty gritty.
does my phone sound crappy right now?
No,
Just
it,
a tad.
it,
We can hear most of you.
it you sound like you're 17.
She says
I don't know,
17.
like the audio's taking a couple of years out of your life. I don't know what's going on. It could do that. It could sound like that sometimes. Rest where you get that that thing on your head from? Because I've never seen a white person do that shit.
You mean my
Really?
bandana? You don't know what this is?
I'd love to see dude on your panel with one of them. That'd be cool.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I look. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. Never on a rest day. Never on a
Black people
rest
don't wear
day.
these, right? Black people don't
Never
wear
on,
these. Is that what it is? It's not a black thing.
never on a rest day that I had a Sunday lunch with a white woman's father, and she pulled up, or he pulled up with one of them things on their head. I'll be like, what? Nope. This is black people shit. We gotta get what?
Maybe that's how they do shit over there where you're at. Not over here in the US, okay?
Nah, I see the smiles. I see the smile of the white man. Do you get what I'm saying? This is facts. I'm a CEO.
You
You know what I mean?
co-sign this G2?
Yo, no.
You gonna
I do it
co-sign this?
boardrooms. I do it boardrooms. I walk in. There's no way you're wearing that shit in my boardroom. No. Get away. I be like, get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's be real. Come on, wrestler. I know you're a smart, intelligent black man.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I can't believe I'm having such a nonsensical conversation with you about this.
I'm just sipping on some ginger ale and waiting for tomorrow because
And
I love church.
ale in there.
I'm waiting for the preach. I'm waiting for the preach. You know what I mean? Because I'm not perfect. I do some.
Oh no, believe me, you don't gotta tell me twice. I know that, sir.
Exactly.
Lauren, you were telling us about your parents.
Yeah, they were both 21 when they got married. They got married in December, and they stayed together till my mother passed on in 2013.
Condolences.
And yeah, they were both really funny. Have you ever seen Everybody Loves Raymond, that sitcom?
Mm-hmm.
They were kind of like Raymond's parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
How come you related to that? That must mean something. Like everybody likes Raymond.
Oh, because they were a lot like them.
Okay.
Simon!
You're not alone.
Simon, you get a drop, man. Someone's paid for your time. Simon gets a timeout. Simon, you got to be out for at least a good 10 minutes now. So, Barnes.
Yeah.
Are you good for the game on having multiple partners? Or are you just looking for the one?
I would say I used to look for just one, but now I'm just happy being single.
Let's welcome Mr. Rican over to the panel. What's going on?
Hey, Mr. Rican.
And of course, L.A. Wilkes.
Hey,
Mr. L.A.
Assalamu alaikum. What's up?
Alaikum salam.
Where the drunk go?
Oh,
he got dropped. He got dropped.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. Look at God. Look at God.
So, why should monogamy stay the standard? How about this question?
I got a question, Resla.
Sure.
Okay, my question is to anybody that's on the panel that's been married and divorced.
Okay.
If you were able to like play the field, you know, in G2's case that was married so young, do you believe that you would still be with your wife, you know, as of like today instead of being divorced?
No, I don't think so. I think that playing the field wouldn't have had anything to do with it because she got used to living alone, and when I retired, uh, me being home was just a stress filled time, and adjustment was not the solution. So, I mean, like I told Resla, we see each other, we talk every day, and you know, it is what it is. I mean, we've been divorced 12 years now, so.
Yeah. How did your children handle the divorce?
For about a year, it was tough, but they saw that we got along and co-parented well, and they couldn't play the divorced parents thing off of us because we were united in everything we did with them. So, and you know, two are grown and out of the house and still hang out with us and stuff. So it's maintained a good relationship.
So what you're saying, y'all are better divorced than married?
Absolutely, yes.
That's, you know what? To come think about it, I have seen that happen. I've even seen it where the actual people get divorced, get remarried, and they all still become best friends. So I mean, it is possible. It's not like it's unheard of, but yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I mean, I wouldn't advise it for me personally.
It doesn't shock me. There are literally I literally have exes like we're better friends than we were when we were in a relationship. I like her more when I'm not with her in a relationship.
Yeah.
No, see, I just blow bridges up. I set them bitches ablaze. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's why I said, me and my wife got divorced. Yeah, she wouldn't like me and I wouldn't like her because I'm gonna make sure there's no going back from there. That's why I'm much better. I'm more a monogamous type person. I can't do it no other type of way. In my eyes, I just don't see it any other way. And being with more than one person just drives my brain absolutely fucking lootly insane because I gotta know two or more people everything, and that shit is annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'd have to keep copious notes on everything. So,
well, remember they all know about each other, so it's not.
Well, I know they all know about each other, but I think Tom, you were saying that I took it as you have to remember all the birthdays, all their likes, dislikes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then if you got them in the this thing about having them in the same house and they're still going through their goddamn cycle. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Have you ever lived in a house with multiple women? It is
3 daughters.
Oh my God. My sisters, my mother, all of them were all on the same cycle during the same I about died. It makes me want to choke the shit out of people. Yeah.
Yeah, my oldest brother, he was married 4 times. He's still with his 4th wife now. That turned out to be...
I'll tell you, he's not a quitter. 4 times?
Yeah.
He is not a quitter.
Yeah, he's still with the 4th one. And His first 3 divorces, they
he
were
went past it. I heard there was power in 3s. He took the extra 4th. Like
yeah.
he
Yep.
fouled one of them and he got that extra swing.
Damn.
Yeah, and he's been with her now for almost 20 years now, I think.
So, LA, what are your thoughts on it? As someone who claims that he's looking for someone to get married to.
That's a fact. I'm getting married next month.
No, it's next month.
How many months was it before, Little Spoon? I think I
Sir, you're
surpassed
supposed to
that.
be married for 2026.
2026. Yeah, so I'm getting married in 2025.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, 2025. That's my goal. I'm willing to have a business relationship. Oh, listen, whatever Tui said.
Relationship. So you're
Oh,
okay. You're okay with the poly, or you want to be monogamous?
No, I don't want to deal with no poly. That seems like it's too much fucking work, and it just look weird. Y'all don't think poly look weird?
I think it is. I think it's
Well, I think
weird.
it
I wouldn't be able to do it.
They're conditioned to think that there should only be only one.
Yeah, but it just looked like nobody really happy, and they just doing it for the. Because I've seen a lot of girls in Philly who try that poly shit. They being that shit never work out. I've rarely seen it do. I mean, I guess people on YouTube claim it does, but you just can't have more than one woman around. That shit always gonna end up bad. I mean, put it like this: your wife don't even want to be around your mother half the time.
Yeah.
Well, I know. Listen, I know at least 2 different couples, and they've been dealing with each other for years. I want to say I've known that they've been doing this for about 4 years now.
They all in the same house.
Yeah. Well, one set doesn't. They're doing their own thing. But they kind of. I mean, they're still here in the borough, but the other one, they're all together.
Oh, okay. God bless them.
Again, I mean, they'll do big
Damn, that's crazy.
together and everything. They'll all go to Costco or all go to Walmart all together and everything.
They white.
Well, half are white, half are black.
Yeah. They got the United Nations on over there.
But LA, I'm with you. Shit, listen. My wife and my mom together is a deadly mix. They can only last together for probably a goddamn 4 days before they get tired of each other.
I know, sir. I got the text messages from Kai. I got.
Oh yeah. See, I ain't lying. I'm telling the truth. Can't see it. I can't do it, bro. Nope.
Well, something LA said brings me to a question about a business relationship. Do you think transactional monogamous relationships are something that could last?
I do.
I mean, I hate to be the one to say like it. What makes us think that the quote non ones are not costing you?
Well, it always costs you something.
Exactly. So it's going to be transactional regardless.
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, it happens all the time in the military. There's a lot of transactional business weddings that go on in the military all the time just to get out the barracks. So
I said it. I can't remember the last stream if I was on. I think I was on somebody else's panel, but literally, like I was laying next to one of my exes at the time, and another ex hit me up before she went to Afghanistan, and was saying, "Hey, do you want to get married? I'm getting a place down in Texas. You could just be there." I mean, we used to be together for a while, like, and she was giving me this offer, and I'm looking at this girl next to me, like, "Are you crazy? Thank goodness I wasn't on speaker. Like, what? Like, what's going on here?" But that's transactional.
Yeah.
She was telling me, like,
they get a little extra money, just a little bit, just enough to keep them intrigued on being married. But you know,
it ain't enough money if you ask me.
She threw a house in my face. She threw military benefits in my face. I'm just like,
wow.
Well, the insurance for the partner is definitely worth it in and of itself. So
I just think love is overrated at this point because love fades.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a couple of us that are in the camp of I'm good on my own right now.
So what do we say to people? What do we say to people who are claiming that the reason why anyone or even themselves are going to get married is for love?
I mean, God bless them. I mean, it's to each his own.
I gotta call Cap. I'm gonna call Cap because there's nothing like seeing a woman at a desk and just putting a dick on her shoulder. That right there is just an amazing goddamn feeling.
But you can't do that in a business relationship. Are you fucking kidding me?
Like you can do that, and like, what's that gonna do with love?
How many
Well,
girls
it has
have
nothing
you?
to do with love because I don't believe that love shit. That shit is fleeting, right? Some days you love her, some days you can't stand the motherfucker. I get that. That's not my thing. But I'm saying just waking up and being able to just put your dick on someone's shoulders. That's an amazing feeling. I don't give a fuck who you are. Just pet it a little bit. You just give it a kiss every now and again. I'm happy with that. That's it. I don't like being single. That shit crazy to me.
Well, I agree, but once again, a lot of these, I don't want to talk these fears talking points, but a lot of these women just make the shit more difficult in men, I guess, make it more difficult than it need to be. Dealing with a man really ain't that fucking hard. I mean, we really don't ask for a whole lot besides some peace. And I think a lot of women get that twisted, that peace shit. Like if I'm sitting there playing my PlayStation, just leave me the fuck alone. Just leave me the fuck alone.
You ever seen the TikTok trends of women and men bashing guys who just want their peace playing video games?
I don't know what's the problem.
They're all over.
I think that time alone is invaluable in a relationship. Now, don't do 200 days a year. That's detrimental. But that time alone and then coming back together and talking about your experiences that day or couple of days or the few hours you were on the PlayStation when you had time to think, that's an important time.
What's going on, man?
You, LA.
Hey.
Yeah, in like my last girlfriend, I met her, and then we're gonna say 6-7 months later we got married, and then in about 12 days it'll be 12 years we've been married.
Wow.
Yeah. I say I did marry her what I thought was love, and to me love is just not no big deal. You laugh, but like I'm not romanticizing it and shit. Like, but love is just someone you like spending time with and shit that has your back. You know, don't get me wrong. There's ups and downs, but it got me out of my. Definitely got me out of my comfort zone with my wife. I'm living in another country right now.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said, I agree with you on that shit. I mean, I've been married, going on, like, feel like goddamn 38 years, but it's like 25, 24, 25 years. Oh, wow. And, yeah, I tell you, this love is being able to just throw it on the shoulder and know you ain't got it, you're comfortable with it, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
You know Kai gonna get you for this one, sir.
No, she knows. I said this before. She knows this how I feel.
But the bad days are where the work comes in, where the dedication and the work.
Yeah, for me, the bad days were like uncomfortable conversations that things that needed to be addressed, but for whatever reason they weren't addressed. And then when they finally got addressed, there was a lot of pent up momentum. So when you address them, that's when relationships either break or get stronger. But
so basically, LA, you're talking about just communication, which in my personal experience, you know, me not able to communicate or feeling that I'm not being communicated to has, you know, ruined my relationships, you know, just basic communication.
You said LA. I was talking though. Who you talking to?
I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay. This is NPC. Yeah, communication. That's the biggest thing, man.
My bad.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. Communication for me, that was the biggest thing, man. just having the balls to stand on business and talk about boundaries and stuff. Yeah. Once that shit started to get squared out, the relationship got a lot smoother. And then years later, I had a child that took it to the next level. That's another thing. I think it's kind of strange, me personally, when people don't have children when they get married and stuff. I mean, I get it. There's certain reasons why some people physically can't have any, which, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then there's other reasons why people just, that's not their thing. But for me, I think that actually made marriage a lot more practical once I saw it's all having.
Okay,
Go ahead.
you say practical, right? Because this is something I mentioned earlier. People who get married and they don't even understand the benefits of getting married. Outside of people that just turn around and say, "I get married for love."
Mm-hmm.
They don't even understand what they can get out of being married.
Yeah. Yeah, man, you can be a power couple and take over your little section if you do things right.
They don't even understand insurance-wise, tax-wise. They don't understand the compound interest. They don't understand none of that shit. They just think it's for everybody to look at them and say, "Look, we're booed up with the government. That means everything."
I call it social media love.
Yeah, that too.
It was like that before. It was like that before, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think social media kind of exacerbated it a little bit because everybody on social media wants you to think they're the happiest couple ever when they can't stand each other.
I could tell you when I was in college, I would see girls run through. Like, why? Why? You don't even know what the fuck's going on. Why? You have no fucking clue.
There's something called social proof that, like, a lot of times when the married guys out there, when a woman knows that some certain women, when they know that you're married or see the ring or whatever, a lot of times they're like, "Oh shit, somebody actually committed to them, so this must be a good guy."
Yeah.
So
oh my gosh, girl! Oh, good, girl! Congratulations! And then the guy's like, "You're getting married? Oh man, is he okay? Is everything all right?"
I'm sorry, man.
yeah. Some women, when they find out you're married, they want you more.
And, guys and girls that see that happiness and they get, joy from trying to say homework.
There you go. Yeah. That's part of it too.
What is it? Joy and misery?
No.
For some people.
Damn that.
Yeah.
Cause I know if I'm miserable, if she's miserable, she's gonna top my misery. Hands down. I'm not gonna beat that one.
That's the joy and shared misery. If your partner knows that you're happy and they're miserable, they want to share that misery.
Yeah, there's all kinds of relationships though, bro. Like my brother, he got married.
Hi, Jeremy.
Not through.
Hey,
what's up, man? A lot of people get married not even through the government, and they've been married for a long time. They'll go like to a damn near a forest and say, "Hey, we're married," and be married for 15, 20 years, man.
Yeah, they just don't get that insurance government benefit. So
some people are lucky, some people are not.
Yeah.
You trying to get married, Resla?
Trying to? No, not trying to. But if I do,
the options on there. Yeah, there you go.
No, I mean, I built my girl for a while. You know what? Marriage doesn't mean much for me. I view it as a business. I view it as the benefits that come with it. It doesn't change. The titles don't change a damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
It just does not.
Nope.
Yeah.
It just means I have to invest more to be smarter because we're fending for two. We're just gonna take advantage of all that stuff. It doesn't do anything else more for me. I guarantee you, that ring and that title won't magically turn her into a better woman. She'll do that on her, either she's gonna do that on her own or she's not. Because for all I know, she can get lazier, and there's not a damn thing I can do about it.
That's true.
Because why is she secured?
Typically, they do.
Yeah,
and
the husband too.
I've definitely seen the inverse.
Yeah,
husbands too.
Either partner can do that.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
But also, marriage though does keep some people morally in check, at least to a certain extent. That they're like, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna go play around as much because there's a lot at stake." monetarily wise and all the time invested. When
Yeah,
when
that's the business part of it, right?
right.
I don't want to be in the red coming out of this relationship.
hmm
But as a
But
man, we
that's what the
typically
younger
do.
generation looks at because they see the guys who pretty much got a
Who the
little
hell got feedback?
feedback from somebody.
Probably
Lawrence moving
locksmith.
around.
Probably
That's
locksmith.
That's Lawrence.
I think it's Lauren. All right. So the feedback for some of these people, the younger people, is like, why wouldn't they have guys that turn around and say they did everything right, and they still wind up with financial consequences?
Yeah.
They picked the wrong woman, I guess, or they weren't ready themselves as well.
Well, which is funny, but it's funny when we say pick the wrong woman. At what point was she the wrong woman? 10 years and not in one day? That's when she became the wrong woman?
That's why
Most
I
likely
asked
before
that
she even met him.
question. To somebody, to G2 that has been married, been divorced. His thoughts that, being so young, 19. I don't know how many years he knew his, ex-wife before he got married. Knowing somebody and getting to know what they're about to actually take that, risk down the road to, in G2's case, he, the divorce happened. He wasn't one of the horror stories that, I got screwed. She took everything from me, took the kids away. A lot of it is, back to the topic of being monogamous. Taking that risk on one person, putting your eggs in one basket to, risk it all and get married, where in the end, you think that, hearing all the stories that somebody's going to get divorced and, she's going to take everything from you, take the kids away from you, I believe that's why a lot of people don't invest in one person, that they're, playing it safe and going from person to person to person and not trying, it all comes down also to personal choice. I'm not speaking for everybody. In my personal experience, I have been hurt. I've hurt, other people, but it comes down, for me, my
tell you
opinion,
something.
somebody, not taking that risk.
Let me tell you something that somebody told me, right? Because he was a financial advisor, and he says, if we don't take the risk in any other part of our lives and putting our eggs in one basket, whether it's accounts, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, whatever, if we don't want to make sure that we just have our eggs in one basket, we just put all investments in one area that gets screwed, why should we do so when it comes to marriage? If we learn that we never want to gamble in such an extreme way, then why would we allow that when it comes to marriage? And of course, he's saying this as someone who was divorcee.
Why get married again?
He's like, he's saying it. And someone who works in finance, he's saying, if we are told never to do that, why would we do that in marriage? Gentlemen.
I mean, he makes a good point, bro. But
look
at his motivation, though.
But Resla, I'm not saying that somebody told me. Just giving my opinion on why people may be, scared or fearful of investing in one person. Hearing that from, from your financial friend, it makes sense. You have to risk big to gain big. That's what they say, right? Or am I wrong?
That's from a gambler. Typically, someone who is being a financial strategist is not necessarily gambling because they have something to fall back on in case they fall short in one other area. They're not throwing it all on one particular bet. That's a bad gambler. That's how you can wind up in debt.
Okay.
Yeah, but it is a big gamble. It's probably the biggest gamble you could make. But if it, if you're like me, looking at your parents who've been married 55 years, still acting like teenagers, and you say, man, I would like to find that, and
Right.
but be jaded and say that that's super hard to find. I mean, my dad and mom both. My dad told my mom in 5th grade that he was going to marry her one day. They had been friends that long, so that's it's one of those rarities. I think.
Well, yeah, we're not. I mean, let's be honest. In this day and age, or I'll even say when I come of my age, the idea of getting married and your best friend is a rarity, especially if you're someone who's from an urban area.
Right. Yeah.
But the issue that we have versus those small towns and suburbs or everything is the decrease in options.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
Yeah, there's a lot of distractions too because when what's his name, G2, when your parents were dating, they didn't have social media where like your mom loved your dad from day one. Let's say she didn't have orbiters on Instagram, still like trying to hit up her DMs and shit. So
Yeah,
there's a lot of distractions, especially for women, I guess too, or if you're like a pimp or something for dudes too.
Absolute.
Yeah.
Like I said, I hear some of the cases, not a whole lot, but I do hear some cases when it comes to people who want to be in the polyamorous lifestyle. Like I said, the women I don't tend to pay attention to. I have met a couple, like I say a couple, I mean literally mean two, who were very logical in how they were saying things, but most of the others just like, no. Like I'm not listening and then you come out of your mouth. It just sounds ridiculous. But the guys though, they're being strategic in their movements. Well, one guy's he's a complete romantic and an idiot, but the other guy, like the other two guys, like they're sound in their strategy. I mean, it's even to the point where they have kind of like a well, I guess if you want to call it like a prenup, but they kind of like have an agreement where they all sign and everything. What happens if so and so gets pregnant, and how do we take care of kids? And all, he's got a whole thing drawn up.
Good grief.
And they signed up.
Yeah.
And that's the one that all lives together. They're good with each other.
Wow.
I'm waiting for something to happen. I'm not even gonna lie.
It may be a great dumpster fire to watch. I mean,
yeah, reality show. I would watch that one definitely.
Right.
4 years in, and they're still rocking it strong. So
the romantic contract theory. Yeah,
I'm wondering.
But it would be
like,
interesting to see
how that works.
in the house who's the alpha. You know what I mean? Like who are the more leaders and trying to take control, while who are the other ones that are more humble.
It's interesting because even from the times that I'm there, and even when I do hear discussions, like they rarely argue. They really don't argue.
They're lucky.
Yeah. I mean that's a rarity even in a monogamous relationship.
Like the girls are respectful of each other's shit. Like it's not like I'm just walking in and taking Tiffany's shit and just throwing it on and whatever. No. Like they're respectful of each other's shit. They all got their own room, but they all do whatever. And sometimes they even double team on the other person. That person gets a special wake up. Like it's, I don't know. It's interesting.
This is why these big questions are fun to talk about when you come up with these interesting takes and stuff. But in the end, I think in the beginning, like everyone has their own path. So you can't totally throw away one thing and disregard another thing. Because on paper, I'd be like, that shit's dumb. I would never do that. But then
no way in the world we're going to turn this into a topic. That's not happening. We're not doing this.
What? Anyway.
No, the topic that Kai has for Lawrence. She wants
Oh,
to
okay.
have a topic about.
No, we're not starting that shit.
No, I don't think
No,
so.
Lawrence, you been good with the bussy behavior lately. Don't start that shit. Do not start that shit because you've been doing good lately. You ain't pissed John the Baptist off yesterday, so you've been doing good. Don't start no shit, cousin.
Rizla, you want to have
Gentlemen,
children?
I've
You think
gotta
someday?
hop
Say again?
off.
You think you want to have children someday?
Oh, I've been wanting to have kids since I was 19.
Yeah. Okay.
It just
Cool.
never happened. I just never ran across the right person. I mean, I've had quite a couple partners, and the one girl I was really, it just kind of happened with. I was like, okay, cool, but we had our own mishap that took place. Most ladies who I run across though have just not been suitable.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's smart that you waited. I waited till I was 40.
well, I'm 42
Had
now.
my first son. Okay.
Well, and the weird part about it is that I always thought that I would have kids before I was 40. I didn't want to be that 50-year-old pushing a 10-year-old in the swing like I did. But now I'm like, if whatever it is, it happens. It happens.
Yeah. It's a flex, and it gives me more opportunities to stay healthy and like try to live
I also
longer.
thought about having my kids young enough that my parents would be also young enough to still chase them down to get dirty with them, play with Tonka trucks or whatever the hell else.
Yeah.
Versus I'm older, and then by the time they get to a healthy age, my parents are really older and they can't really do everything they want to do. So I've been thinking about it on a youth track, but it is what it is. Life just happens the way it does.
Restless.
In that case, my wife and my wife and our parents are dead already.
You're gonna be a geriatric father. It's okay. We understand.
Shit, I'm the same way, motherfucker. Watch your mouth.
I know, bitch. That was for you too, fuck nigga.
Okay. That's how you say it with your chest, so I think you meant that. Say that shit with his chest, didn't he?
You sure did.
Damn, player. That's how you feel about me?
Hey, I think it's crazy that people want to have kids so such late in life. That shit crazy.
It's not about wanting. Like, listen,
I didn't want to.
I've seen enough. I've seen guys who have. Listen, come on. What are we saying here? Like, you seen
Chuck said he's 64 and his youngest is 14.
Guys are literally willing to eat chrome and everything else because they done turned around and they rush into shit. And you think I want to be? You think I want to be a part of that? That's not gonna be on our record.
I was balls deep. They called me old dirty bastard for a reason, nigga.
That's because you ain't take baths.
No, bitch, because I was the raw king, nigga. What we doing here?
Oh, but you try to come at me for going raw in the DR. Okay, that's how we go. That's
Absolutely,
how we play.
because I don't want to have kids when I was goddamn 70.
70, that's way too old, man. Talking about 70, dog. What are you talking about?
70.
Shit, no.
Clint Eastwood had kids when he was 70. I mean,
he retarded.
Well, that's Dirty Harry, man.
Yeah, that shit's ain't no way in fuck I want kids at 70. Shit, I'm so glad to get rid of this. Listen, this little, how old is this nigga? 15? Oh, bitch. The fuck away from me in 2 years, bitch. I don't even like the. I don't like him now. Do y'all want him? I mean, he may clean a little bit behind himself, but not a whole lot. I'm saying he's the worst of all three of them.
Yeah. My mom, she was 41 when she had me.
Whew.
No, trust me. I wanted kids early. I didn't just want to throw it out to anybody, because most people who I knew they had oops babies, and then I saw tragedy. Like, none of those people stayed together, and then they just the venom and vitriol between those people. I'm like, oh no, that's not gonna be me. That will not be me.
Yeah.
And even those who I thought that might be good candidates, once I just bet them long enough, you see the chameleon. They eventually had to drop their mask. And I was like, yeah, I had a feeling. I gotta say, even of all the women I've been dealing with, it's probably only been 2 that I thought that might have been viable. So outside of that, I just hold tight.
Yeah, I'm surprised I was able to hold off that long.
Yo, who you telling?
Yeah. Close calls and stuff.
Yo, no, I definitely had some close calls.
That's
absolutely.
Yeah, but it's definitely changed my life though.
Do I
It's
ever
like a
think
new
that
level.
I was the problem? No, they were definitely the problem.
Sugar Bum, your dirty ass drawers are the problems, man.
No, they were absolutely the problem. There was no hidden agendas, no lacking of communication on my side. It was what it was, because they were all the ones that were fucking up, and I had to let them go. They had to get their pink slip.
No, I've definitely been the problem. Damn near every relationship. Damn near. It was majority of the time. It was me. And I accept it. It don't bother me. Fuck them.
The only thing that I was a problem with was literally having a type when it came to that kind of attitude.
Yeah.
After that, I switched it up and I stopped dealing with that type. And again, I met my crazies. I met my too kind. I met my they just want to cling to family and everything is about the family and not the family that we could create, but about the current family that's got their own shit going on. I'm like, nah, you're too invested in other people's shit. Like I
had that one.
I've had multiple people like come on.
They want to go to their mom's house every weekend.
Yeah, I've had the girls who were still kids themselves, still behave like kids themselves. I'm like, I can't raise two kids. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I think there's too many girls, and not for nothing, there's too many girls that just don't got their shit together because they think that somebody's out there to take care of them. When are you gonna grow up?
I mean, you don't believe like a man can be the one to teach them some things if they're coachable?
To the woman who is open to being taught. That's not the way how women are being developed these days.
Mm-hmm.
They're literally saying, no, who can check me? You can't tell me who I am. You're not my dad. I got parents. You ain't one of them. I got my own money. You can't tell me shit. We see it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, good, cool, good, everything on you and all of that. I have no problem with it. But then you can't turn around and ask me to do particular things that you won't do for yourself. For instance, like I say this in everybody, that every girl that I've been with, like literally, I have been the person who's always been the better cook. I have been the one that does most of the cleaning and everything. And I'm like, if you have a child and I'm the one that has to be able to take care of those times where you're sitting, because most women that want to cross at some point want to be sitting at home and you can't even cook, what are my kids going to eat? What's my kid going to eat? And I've seen enough broken women who have kids who turn around and say the most nastiest things. I've seen a kid that only had 2 teeth growing out their mouth and they were holding on to a chicken leg trying to figure out how to take that shit down. And I was like, this heifer is crazy.
Yeah, I've seen a couple different girls where they can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple different girls where they act like they care a lot about their kids. They're crying and stuff all the time. And then you'll hear months later about stuff with their baby daddies and the reason that he disowned them and all this stuff. It's just a nightmare.
Oh, wait. See, Sticker Bomb, I know you come from that area of the sphere where the men like to talk all high and mighty about shit. No, that's not me. I'm not that type of person. I'm not. I don't want a stay-at-home wife. I ain't the one. I know you hang around those jigaboos that love to talk all that bullshit. That's not me.
Which sounds nice. I'm not going to be able to pull it off without 2 incomes. I don't think, but
depends on where you live.
Yeah.
I live in a place where you can do that if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I know at first my mom was a stay-at-home wife, but after a while they couldn't afford it anymore, so she ended up getting a job herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with a woman who works. I know y'all like to hang in that areas where they say, "Oh, you ain't this and you ain't that if you can't do this for your wife." No, I don't do none of that bullshit. You have to be an adult. If I gotta do all this shit and you gonna tell me that you haven't even met half the requirements being out on your own, why the fuck are you sitting at home? No.
Yeah. some of those guys that say that from the red, I guess it's the red pill space, maybe. Like they say that because a lot of times they don't trust the environment their wife is going to work at. I think I've heard them say.
That is a lot of the reason. And I think the main reason I started hanging around those guys is I wanted to figure out how the hell they're supporting a wife to stay at home.
I hear you, Sugar Bum, and they won't admit it. They won't admit it. They average. Most people are average, but they all want to act like they all $250,000 people. And
Hey, G, most of those guys you're talking about, are they have happy marriages? Would you say?
they all say that they're the king of their castles.
I am
CJ,
goddamn
CJ, I
the
mean.
king of my castle. What are we talking about here? You
response
this
is,
white woman in the background. I tell that white woman she better sit her ass down.
You
Kyle,
never see them.
I get this fool. Can you get
You
this
never
fool?
see them. So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if they're really married or not. You know what I'm saying?
Ask me. I'm
There you go. There you go. Look, tell him.
shit. Me. I am the king of the castle. I always have been.
Look, thank you, Kai. I know you fully.
I remember I came into one of these talks. So one of the panels, African
Killed me,
booty
dog.
stretcher in LA, we're talking about flat Earth. You guys were cracking me up and shit.
Oh,
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
I love
Don't
flat
get
Earth.
back on that shit.
I got some new videos.
Don't bring that
bro.
up. You're right.
I got some new videos too.
I
Of
heard Joe
course
Bull
you do.
talking about that today.
Yeah. Well, this sounds like one of those morning shows from fucking Bay Area or something.
No, but having a stay-at-home wife, it doesn't have to. You don't have to make a lot of money. You know, you just got to willing. She needs to
That's
be
a fact, Sugar
on
Bum.
a budget.
Not lying.
Because literally, when my wife, me and my wife, she was stay at home and we had a budget. You gotta go by that goddamn budget. She gotta be willing to go by the budget and every damn thing else too. Not just you, not just her, but everyone has to, even including the kids, got to know about that budget.
Yep.
So it's not as hard as people think it is. You just got to be willing to sacrifice on that shit. So it is what it is. But it was hard.
Everything becomes boastful. Yeah, everything becomes boastful. But if that's what you agree to sign up for, get on the fucking program. That's it.
Yeah.
It's
hard because like even being in the military, like I said, I didn't want her to work. That was my goal, not to have her work at all. That was my goal. She didn't need to work, take care of the kids. We had kids at the house that were young and in school, and you can't get that time back. If something goes wrong, it's on you. You can't complain. She can't complain because that's what y'all signed up for. Y'all wanted them to go to school and let the school take care of them. You wanted daycare to take care of them. Everyone besides yourself. So it's just everyone has to be willing to get on the same program. That's pretty much all it is, and know what you want to see and what you're willing to sacrifice.
I think that's most of the fear in that circle is what the kids are being taught at school. I think that's a lot of the driving motivation.
What's good, Kai?
Yeah.
Hey, Lawrence. I actually was gonna say kind of what he just said. So as I was trying to come up here, I was gonna say the same thing. It was a discussion that we had very early on. That he said to me, "Hey, listen," because I was super independent, and he's like, "Look, this is what I want. How do you feel about this?" And it was an agreement we had because we both looked at it as the kids when they're little. You drop them off with a babysitter, you do this, you do that. You can't get anything back if anything happens, before they can speak. And we kind of had that agreement. Yeah, are we going to have to really watch every penny and whatever to do that? Yeah, but it was worth it to us. To us, it was worth it to not, drop them at a stranger's house or whatever the case may be, and kind of spend the time with them first. And they hit pre-K at 3 in Hawaii, so it worked well for us. But I think I typed it in the chat. My other thing was just as simple as any man is a fool, knowing we have 3 sons. Any man is a fool that walks around stomping their feet saying they want a chick that only stays at home and doesn't work and do this. You're an idiot, because if you want that from the get-go with no plan of anything else, what are you going to do now that chick doesn't know how to go bust her ass and pay the bills, or take care of the entire house because I don't know, you got hurt, you got sick, anything. Who wants that? That's your partner? That's strange to me.
Well, I even go to the point where Sugar Bum said, and here's the part where I'm going to agree / not agree with you, Sugar Bum. I agree. If you want to, the whole point of you getting that goddamn degree is that you can put your ass in a goddamn chair or put your ass wherever you are to go pay off the debt as to why you turned around and got that degree. I wholeheartedly agree. Make that debt off. Absolutely. The issue that I have is that there are plenty, because I've met them myself in my own real life, not just some internet shit, of women who turn around and rack up a whole bunch of money for that, and they turn around and say they want someone to take them off their feet so they don't have to worry about it. That's the problem I have. I've met these women in real life.
You got to understand that when you're actually racking up that debt as well, you're making more debt upon the family. That's family debt. It's no longer just your debt. It's family
debt in the family. I agree, but I've literally met them. I've met them in my course of corporate America. I've met them. I'm like,
so they want the degree but not use it?
Well, no, they use the degree. They'll get their
but they want the guy to pay for it.
Well, they'll get their degrry. They'll work their way into the industry. They'll find a guy, and then they'll want to try to marry the guy, and then don't want to work. And that guy has to know and take on. Never mind that guy went to work himself and went to school himself, and he also has debt. So now he also has to pay for her debt because why? She gets pregnant, and then she don't feel like going back to work. Yeah. That's what I see.
Well, it seems to be that literally the answer is a discussion ahead of time. Why can't it be just is it because people don't agree? You know what I mean? Like,
well, some don't agree, and some it's called the bait
change
and
their
switch.
mind.
Yep,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, these chicks say one thing and they do. I mean, I'm not a fan of the majority of females anyway, or people in general. But
yeah, no, you called it. That's exactly what happened.
It's hard because having sons that are 15, 22, and 25, you see, especially the older two, I see a lot more than I bargained for as far as, hey, mom, look at this. And the stuff that these new females do and say and throw themselves, like there's no mystery. There's no, and I know it sounds really old school, but it's true. Like these chicks throw everything 100% out. Here's me with my legs open, just doing anything I want here. Want a picture? It's weird. And it leaves, I don't know, to me, the guys are like, okay, she's trash.
Oh, women.
That's not necessarily true because motherfuckers, I'm gonna be like this. The bitch want to throw her ass in a circle for a picture. I ain't gonna be like, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Shut up. I'm talking about that's not the wife. That's not the one you're gonna wife though.
No one cares about that.
No, that's what I was talking about.
Hoes is getting married.
Yeah, but then the man marries the hoe. The man's gonna be mad 5 years from now when he's at work and she's still being a hoe at home with dudes in and out of the house or whatever she's doing, that he feels the need to track her and all that. You see this argument all the time.
Well, no, Miss Tom, I seen that on my actually stream. There was a girl that used to call in, and she was married, and she used to fucking thought it up, and her husband was working.
Why
did she have her kid running around and whatnot in the background?
Was a kid really?
Yeah, I had to tell her you can't do that. You're blowing up the spot.
And it's not cool for the kid. I mean,
you literally picked up someone you couldn't trust.
And you know what, Miss Tom? Right, Miss Tom. She said what you said about she's one of these. She said her story was she found her husband when they were 16. They got together, and now she's 30, so she has no skills, and she's been sitting at home those whole years. So even if she wants to leave,
she doesn't know she can't.
She doesn't know what to do. Yeah.
So she just does that.
She just tries to do sneaky shit.
Weird, right? I mean, our stuff is different because he was deployed and all that. So. It was all a conversation. Like, look, he's going to be gone for 9 months to a year, more than once probably. And can you hold it down? Hell yeah.
Right.
Do I want to? Yep. But what did she say? I commit. Sugar Bomb.
Modern women are alphas. Okay, all right. And there's I can make a man do anything I want.
I can get whatever I want too. All I gotta do is be like, look.
Said no shit. Stop.
Really? Mind you, he's right behind me.
I
Look,
know. I know.
snapping his fingers. I love that Lawrence is on camera. This is friggin' phenomenal to me. He came in and he's like, guess what? Go to Resla show. No way. I'm like, no, he's not.
Zoomer says this all the time, but he can save you.
Zoomer probably can. Zoomer's probably just some superhero that we don't know about. You know?
Zoomer can save, but Sugar Bum. He's the only one. If anyone
he
can do it,
can.
he can do it.
Zoomer can do it.
Yeah. Zoomer and Sugar sitting in the tree. KISSING.
No. Hey, where'd that guy go? He left.
Oh.
NPC.
No, I think I think it's a little bit more in the conversation, but that's the general start of it. Of the whole thing. Everyone got to be willing to stay in there.
You stake out, cook or farm.
They gotta stay in their role. So that's my take.
I got a question though. Talking about, the stay-at-home wives, is it really an excuse that, the man is holding them back, where on the little bit of time that they have free to themselves, they can better themselves by taking an online course, if they have kids, or
that's absolutely what they should be doing. Absolutely.
So
I did it. Veterinary. I did my veterinary stuff with a baby and 2 other kids, and he was in and out of deployment. And I did it. Anybody can do it. You just have to want to, because you gotta have
that's
something.
the point that I'm getting to, Miss Tom. And
Yeah.
apologies, I'm not trying to cut you off.
No, not at all.
I'm agreeing with you, because a lot of people, they don't take accountability for the situation that they're in.
Right.
If you want to better yourself, then take the steps to better yourself.
Right.
If somebody's at home and they're saying that, oh, my husband didn't want me to go to school, he didn't want me to do this, he didn't want me to do that, is he really stopping you from, on your time that, you don't have the kids? If you don't have kids, in your case, you had a baby, but you took that initial step to better yourself, to learn something.
Yep.
My main thing is this, and I'll say this to both men and the ladies. If you have a problem with trust right off the rip, stop dating. Stop asking for relationships. Just stay the fuck single. That's for both of y'all.
Yep.
It's all right. You want to fuck? Fuck. Stop getting into relationships when you're not ready
Don't
for
put
it.
kids into it.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Yeah. Go smash. Go do all the things. But don't start creating families off of crazy.
Right.
Conversations aren't hard to have. Like, have a conversation, and maybe you
And
don't
stop being
100%
reckless.
agree, but yes.
Talking about,
agree.
I like this condom. Oh no, I like them as sheer as possible. Oh, you know what? You ain't got a condom here. I got a McDonald's wrapper. You can try using this to.
What the hell?
All of a sudden, oh no, I don't like the way it feels the condom at all. Just stop. Stop. Just take care of what you got to do, and that's it. It may not be up to your liking, but if you really feel like you got to get your nut off, and that's it. Come on now, y'all need to stop. Just no more trapping, no more the shit for what you talking about potential, because y'all don't even want to be in relationships. So what you talking about potential? Stop.
I agree.
That's my thoughts. This whole dating aspect of we'll see shit ain't working. If you're not intentional about what you want, this we'll see shit don't fly.
Because you're gonna see, all right. You're gonna see when things happen.
Facts. That's a fact.
You're gonna see what's chosen for you instead of what you choose.
You told no lies there.
Mm-hmm. And that's what happens, and then they have the nerve to be mad.
Relationship I see where people say, "Oh, we just seeing how it goes. We're going with the flow." Fuck all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Jeremy. I didn't even see you come up. I was looking at the wall calendar. I'm sitting staring at the calendar.
I'm a sneaky
How are you?
bastard. Good, good.
I know. How was your Thanksgiving?
Out on the grind like I'm doing right now.
I
Always
know.
hustling.
Resla, how was your Thanksgiving?
I stayed in my bed. I was actually sick.
Ugh.
Yeah, I couldn't link up with family. I was sick throughout that week.
Of course.
Today is the only day I've been 100%.
Feeling, yeah. We already know about LA's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Did you expect it to be fantastic? Seriously.
I didn't expect to be called a predator.
Well, are you?
Probably.
I was expecting
Oh.
R. Kelly from him, the way he was telling his story. He's like, I'm starting to get angry, so I pull out my gun.
Yeah, pretty much. I think I am. I mean, that's the way they describe it. Yeah, I guess I am.
Hey. You know how it goes. Unfortunately.
So, Resla, this is my first time on here. I don't want to interrupt anyone.
Oh, you're good. You're good. What's your thoughts on everything that's going on?
So my name's Dom, and I have a daughter. She's about to turn 5 in 5 days, something like that. I'm probably have a unique perspective as far as raising a kid. I've had full custody for a few years now, and have pretty much financially done it on my own. This year's a little bit harder. Yeah, thank you.
I was going to say the same thing. Congratulations. You're an awesome dad.
Yeah,
Already.
thank you. And I had to fight for it too. But yeah, I mean, I overcame quite a few obstacles. Financially, it's been harder in the past year or two as far as employment goes. So it's been a little bit more of a struggle as far as that goes. And I haven't asked her mom for any child support or anything like that. I mean, it'd be nice if she pitched in, but she doesn't have much income on paper anyway, if you can guess what I mean. So as far as romantic relationships, I mean, I do miss having one. I think it's been 4 years, and I really haven't had much in between as far as dating, as much as I'd like to. It's just not something I think of regularly anymore. Maybe it's not because I'm asexual or anything. I mean, very attracted to women. I would enjoy it, but I don't know. There's all these obstacles. You know what I mean? In order to just to date for a purpose, which sounds like a lot of discussion is focused around. So I kind of, I don't know if evolved is the right word, but I guess my mind state is different than a lot of people who are in that I need to find a partner, or I need to find partners, or whatever it may be. As much a benefit as I see that being, I suppose I'm somewhat resigned to the fact that might not happen, and that at least I have my daughter and family and so on. Maybe it will. I'm not like a pessimist.
You
or
just
something.
be a good nigga and everything will be all right.
Yeah, exactly. You got friends, you got family, and so on. And maybe it will happen one day, but it's kind of for a long time.
A nigga gotta be strong. A nigga
Yeah,
gotta
exactly.
be brave.
Right. But yeah, I mean,
Take that to heart,
so
young nigga.
Oh my God. Who the fuck said that?
I'm not sure if I'm young anymore. I'm 41.
Well, I'm only 31. We both young niggas out here.
Oh, this is a
okay.
troll. He's a troll.
What
Okay.
in the world?
Yeah, he's trolling. Yeah, nobody got time for that
Again,
shit.
I was waiting. I was gonna see how many times it really just flew through, because
That was
apparently
funny,
he seems to believe that my channel is a fuckery channel versus what we do on the drop by discussions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I run a.
So anyway,
He the one that he the one that hates OG.
I just
Yeah, he's the one that
I'm,
hates OG, but keep in mind OG ain't here.
Yeah, no. I was just asking that question. That's how. But,
Yeah.
everyone has their own perspective. I just want to share mine because I hadn't heard it yet, and because I think whether in our society or others, a lot of people are so focused on romantic relationships, of whether it be monogamy or polygamy, that these kind of alternate structures are less focused on.
So Dom, how was
Yeah.
it that you're able to get your child in court? So how much? I mean, like, was she that bad, or she just said,
Well,
whatever?
it was after CPS, under which I chose to comply to their many demands, more or less. And she chose not to, and is stubborn. Also, I had a lot more obstacles than her without going into my background. But that's how I did it, I guess. In a nutshell, it took a couple years.
Right. You keep your head up, man. Shout out to
Yeah,
all
thank
the
you.
fathers. I'm in the same situation, for real.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy being a single dad, and obviously I get lonely, to a certain extent. Your child can't exactly replace that. But like I said, I try to keep focused on what I'm doing, what I want to do. I'm getting back into DJing and stuff. That's why I put my board on there.
Absolutely. And my wife is a
things
single mother.
things that like make you feel like you're making progress, in what your vision is for the future.
Well, women like DJs, right? They gonna
Women
be
never
drunk.
stop liking DJs.
No, they gonna be
Anyway,
drunk.
that's what I wanted to add. I don't want to take too much more time, grandstanding or anything.
Well, good luck, man. Keep doing what you're
Yeah,
doing.
thanks.
It's a fact. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate it.
Let's talk about how Resla ain't got no kids and he's almost 43 years old punk ass. Him in LA, old motherfuckers.
Stop watching my nuts. Stop watching the
Wanna
counter
be-
on my nuts.
Listen, oh,
Watch the counter on my nuts.
geriatric goddamn wannabes.
Why you watch the counter on my nuts?
LA might have like
Damn.
20 of them on the way. And then
Look at Sugar Bum's last comment.
I just noticed that.
I've been
If
pumping
you're a
and
man
dumping.
over 40, you're seen as a lick. No shade.
I got 3 years.
Hey, like if I'm getting what I want out of it, hey.
That's a whole fact. That's a dumbass statement to make. This is what I'm talking about. Single women, they're fucking retarded. Like nothing they do ever makes sense, but they claim they do. That's just fucking
Here's the
retarded.
funny
She likes to get under your skin, LA.
No. I'm not even talking about her. I just ignore Sugar Bum.
No, but here's the point, LA. If we're seeing a lick as a lick, if you're over 40, right? But any woman over 40 is just seen as target practice.
Yeah, like it's just fucking weird. But it's always women who don't have a man and can't get a man because of the attitudes that got some dumb shit. I'm telling you, man, it's fucking weird. It's like the manosphere talking points. There's always people who can't do it. It's fucking weird.
It is.
Who was the guy that had the podcast? Samuel what?
Jackson. Samuels. Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels. I would love to see Sugar Bum, talk to him. Rest in peace, but
she would curse his ass out. She would curse his ass out.
No, I don't think he would. She would have got the time.
Even
he was quick with the buttons.
Even Kevin Samuels' talking points with these women, they just take it different than I think what he was saying. It's fucking weird, man.
No one really looked at what his message was. They just wanted to get in their feelings.
Man, people are crazy.
Hey guys, I'll pop back on later if y'all still on.
Later, CJ.
Oh yeah, Resla, I gotta get going.
You got your live coming in.
I gotta get going too. Dinner's almost ready. But thanks for having me on.
Later,
Dinner's
Lawrence.
almost ready. You said you had
See you later, Lawrence.
in the kitchen? Is that what
What's
happened? I said dinner's almost ready. You said you had a woman slaving in the kitchen. Is that what happened?
You got locksmith.
No,
over there.
no. My family's here.
Get your ass there, start cooking, Lord. This is some bullshit.
Stop, Lawrence. You gotta do the dishes.
Cousin Lawrence from LA gonna be over there in the little skirt. All right.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he gonna serve. He gonna serve you
over
right. He gonna serve you right.
Yeah. Locksmith over there serving pussy pancakes.
Oh fuck you, LA.
All right, Lawrence, man.
LA got that
Bye,
leaky bussy. You know it's legal.
Hey
From
guys,
here to
I
DLA.
appreciate y'all having me up.
Yeah, absolute, man.
Oh, anytime, man.
It's not getting emotional, but it helps, being able to say what's on your mind. This is what I think is missing in society. Being able to start on one topic and move to the next topic, and next topic. Just talk about basically anything instead of jumping on Facebook and, not conversating and looking at somebody's posts. Oh, they're doing this, and not even having the need to speak with somebody. That's just my closing remark.
Well, we're not experts. We're people that we have our own experiences, and sometimes we need people to share that because you never know what kind of insight you can get from anyone else. Um, uh, Again, we all go through our own takes. Sometimes some of us have a little bit more information than others, and some of us are just here to learn, to understand what they can do for themselves. So I appreciate you coming up here and actually just being able to share your experience, and hopefully, we'll have you around more for whatever conversations. And you can just chop it up with that as well, because I want to hear everybody's perspectives.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
All right.
Well, and speak for yourself. I am an expert, sir.
Oh my God.
Hi,
You are
man,
not.
please.
And Resla, did you see the private chat? It's
Oh,
specially for you.
Oh shit.
Or maybe it's for OG.
No, that's his intro to everything.
Ugh.
Yeah, when he comes in, that's
Loser.
exactly what he does all the time. Yeah,
That's-
OG knows more about him than.
LA
Yeah,
must have just seen it.
Yeah, he did it on the drive-by discussions.
Yeah,
And
if
that's
I would
why.
have saw, I'd have cussed his ass out before he even came up.
Hey, I liked him. He sounded pretty cool.
Did you see the back chat?
No, I didn't.
It
But
says hi N words.
hey, niggers. Hey, niggers.
No, he said the hard ER.
No, he
That's even
definitely used the
better.
hard ER. The whole time he was up,
That's
he said
even
the hard
better.
ER.
Hey, at least he knows y'all's worth. Y'all ain't shit.
No, don't say leave you out of it. He wouldn't have found me, and he wouldn't have found me without you. He been tracking your ass down.
OG got a hater? OG got a hater?
Yeah, he got a hater. I'm collateral damage. That's all him.
How does OG have a hater?
OG has a hater.
Maybe they're like battling for catfish size or something, or I don't
Oh
know.
no, sugar bum. I don't need to date. Well, not that I haven't dated single moms, but I don't need to date single moms. I got a whole woman.
Yeah, that's weird.
Hey, Sugar Bun, how many kids you got?
She got 15. She got about 15. Guaranteed.
I bet you Sugar Bum got at least 6 kids.
Listen, my girl is 16. Sorry, 16. 6 years younger than I am.
I was like, your girl is 16.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Wait a minute.
Wait till I get a clip.
You almost had a clip. You almost had a clip.
That shit. That ain't no almost. We got that clip. He said, my girl
Sugar
is
Bum said she's got
16.
no kids.
I bet she don't. I bet she don't.
Sugar Bum, you need to come on, get on cam like
Probably
Cousin
had 3
Lawrence
kids.
did.
Sugar Bum probably got 3 kids already.
Sugar
I
Bum wants
bet
to
you
her
she don't
face.
even got. She ain't got no fake hair. Matter of fact, I guarantee Sugar Bum she's a naturalist, so all her natural shit. She even used natural deodorant, which probably stink.
I think she. I think she a fat. I think she a fat white woman. To be honest with you.
It could be. That's why she ain't never called y'all niggas. Yeah, you know what? Think about it. She ain't never
Yeah, she
said
a
the
fat white
N-word.
woman. Yeah, she a fat white woman. I know it. It's fine.
Yeah.
She'll been up on the panel.
She said, hell no, I got a wig on right now.
She lying. She lying. White women can wear wigs too.
Wrestler, you're muted.
White women wear wigs.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact.
LA wear a wig. LA wear a wig.
Don't you supposed to be cooking? You ain't done your meal yet. You supposed. You know who? Locksmith. He's supposed to be cooking. He's supposed to be cooking
for
right.
Lawrence?
Yeah, Lawrence said he got
LA gonna be serving. LA gonna be serving a skirt
Locksmith,
and a
he's supposed to
wig.
have the apron on right now.
And with a leaky bussy too.
It's a weird ass story.
Yeah.
Locksmith bringing that plate right over.
No, white women wear wigs too. I got a wig up on top of the refrigerator.
Dude, you bought that from Temu and we throw it at the dog.
That's a fact. I did buy it off Temu.
You bought this hideous ass wig from
Wait,
Temu.
wait.
It has like
got a wig?
chopped bangs.
Absolutely,
and
I
shit.
did. That shit was pretty cool.
Look, we threw it around for the dogs.
Did you put the wig on the dog?
No.
No, but look, the dogs went ballistic. They were like, "What in the hell is that?"
Yeah, the dog loves a wig. As a matter of fact, he was laying on that motherfucker.
That's right. Lawrence said that both LA and Locksmith are his gourmet cooks.
God damn, I wouldn't.
There you go.
Okay,
I wouldn't tell
LA,
nobody that shit.
LA got a restaurant. He know how to cook.
That's a fact. He do got a restaurant. You tell no lies.
Yeah.
Goddamn lie. I ain't got shit.
DR Bussy. That's what it's called. DR Bussy.
Beyond Bussy? Damn.
I said Beyond Bussy.
Beyond Bussy.
Oh, and Tom cleans his house.
Oh, that's a fact. My mama did.
Good luck with that, Lawrence.
You're crazy. You know a good cleaner when you see one.
Yeah. When
I have to clean.
When
you sick, nigga.
What, really?
Yeah.
You don't clean.
I know. You tell me I can't clean though?
I said you don't.
That's a fact. That's why I got you for.
So you don't clean, you shift.
No. I can clean when I have to.
Push it to the side.
Can he? Yes. Does he? No, because he really doesn't have to. Even if I'm sick, I'm like, look.
No, you only get 3 days.
Deal with it. Yeah, that's
3 days.
Yeah.
That's all you need to recuperate.
And the vast majority of the time it works.
Listen, you got a 3-day grace period. Anything after that? Oh no, you gotta get up off that couch, dog. When she had her surgery, and they're talking about 6 weeks. I said, oh hell
wow.
How about the first surgery that was 12 weeks?
Yeah, I said, oh hell no.
Look, I thought I was gonna die. Oh.
I said, what we doing here? I ain't signing for
that
this shit.
long.
I ain't signing for this shit. Y'all better get that shit together.
So she healed from an incision and everything. You talking about you got to get up and clean? That's crazy.
Oh
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Oh, don't even talk about after fucking after the kid. Oh no, what? 6 weeks? Oh no,
Nah,
that's a
hell
fake
no.
thing.
Yeah.
They set that shit up. That's a fake thing. There's no such thing as women need to wait 6 weeks after the kid.
It's a fake thing.
It literally is. It's made up. They'll
I
tell
think
you.
it's a blanket statement.
It is because
for everyone, because there's some people out there that would need that
the
much
reason
time.
why they said they made that rule up is because women kept having kids right after another without giving their body a chance to recuperate.
Yeah.
There's no reason why. There's no reason that says you can't have sex right after you have a kid. There's no such thing. Dead ass serious.
And my man over here trying to take stitches out.
That's a fact.
Some people don't have stitches.
Yeah.
That's true.
You just gotta be
They're already blown up.
Gee.
You remind me of my Jeep. I'm gonna start it. Got him, bitch.
You're on the mic.
Oh shit, sorry, my bad.
That's the thing about being on the internet. I really did not expect to run across. I might have to try to really peruse some of these spaces because I was really hoping that somehow I would run across at least someone who would advocate for that polygamous lifestyle. But I had a feeling it wasn't
Who
going to
is
happen.
that guy that has all the wives? Who is that? It's somebody you guys know.
We don't know.
It has multiple wives.
Omar does. Yeah.
No, it's more than him.
No,
Well,
well,
somebody
Omar.
else. Is it Tucker Yale?
I think Trucker Yale has like two wives.
Okay. And Hamp, does he have more than one?
Oh, I don't know at all.
No, I don't know either. I thought that Hamp had, I don't know. I don't really pay that close of attention. I'm just like, what?
But no, I mean, listen, I'll advocate for it if you want me to. If a motherfucker got a brain that he wants to advocate for that shit, go ahead and do it. I can't. My head hurt too much to fucking do that shit. That's a real thing. Y'all understand that headaches is a real thing. How would you put that on yourself? I don't
Some people just don't get headaches. They just manage to make it work.
I mean, we used to watch a show, babe. Remember that shit?
What the hell was that show called?
I don't know. It was on TV.
Like I
It
don't
was
get
like one of those things that you couldn't stop watching because it's like,
Yeah, this dude
why?
had 7 wives and was
And he had
asking for another one.
separate households.
Man, you crazy as cat shit.
I couldn't understand, like, why would that's so much spare time that you could do other shit.
What did he have, like 13 kids? I said,
Yes,
"Fuck
and they
no,
were
bro."
not cute.
Yeah, that whole family dynamic was
I mean,
ugly.
he was hideous looking anyway. But I didn't understand, like, why do all these women want to procreate with this one man? Why?
Yeah, that
It's not like
too
he
don't
was
sound
super
bad.
smart or he had great genetics or anything
money?
like that, because he didn't. Not really. Because he acted like it. It came out later, I think like last year, that the dude was a liar and everything was like mortgaged to the hilt and he lost some company that he had. Like, it was crazy.
He had a company like Lowe's though.
No, it was something about guns. It was like his name's Cody something. Cody something. He's a blonde guy
I
with
don't
like
think it's just
curly
the
hair.
U.S. Zero. I don't think it's just the U.S. He said, "Why is it only in the U.S. that monogamy is dead?" It's not just the U.S. It's happening in Europe. I've heard it in Italy. It's definitely something that's been taking place in China. Like it's not just here.
Because
People
social
are
media,
people are
Nadine.
just opting out. Again, the birth decline. Like people are just opting out of just coupling.
It's them DMs and social media, man. That's the problem.
Maybe it is technology at the end of it, but yeah, it's not just the U.S. It's everywhere. It's globally.
Cody Brown, that's it. Chuck in Tennessee said it. Cody Brown, that's his name. And I just don't get it. Because there's nothing about the guy that you'd be like, all right, 9 women or however many women want him, that he's got like great genetics. He's super smart. He's this, he's that. Anything that would make so many women want to have children with this man. What? I don't get it.
Maybe he has good penis.
That doesn't make you want to have kids with somebody.
Well, I know, Kai. I've met women who will turn around and get with a guy and keep sleeping with a guy because simply twins ran in his family and they wanted twins.
Oh,
That's
really?
weird.
Yeah,
That's weird as fuck.
Twins running his family and multiple women kept sleeping with this guy.
And this guy, this Cody Brown guy, these women live in separate households. Like, they're not all together in one house as one. It's weird. He goes to wife number 1's house, and then his wife number 2 has this day, and wife number 3 has the. It's weird. He has like all different families. But
LA,
they all
you
know
getting
about it.
challenged.
Ugh.
LA, you got a challenge. Sugar Bum says, LA, show us the baddies he brought in DR yet.
I bought in DR yet. No spam,
Any
no
of
man.
them you can show yet?
He doesn't do that.
I don't do that dumb shit.
She wants through her life.
Yeah, I don't do that dumb shit at all. That's for motherfuckers who don't get girls. Yeah, I never once.
Oh, Chuck said he's down to 1 wife. The others all left. It was years that they lived like that because a lot of those kids are like out and in college and older.
He's down to 1. He had 13, you said? He's down to
No,
1?
he had 7. He had 7 wives.
It was a lot of kids.
Check about say I'm lying. Kai and Time
Each
don't
woman-
be the best. Do I do that dumb shit?
What, do you buy chicks?
No,
Absolutely.
he doesn't. Sugar Bum, he doesn't do that.
I don't show chicks, man.
No, you don't show chicks, but you damn sure buy them.
He kidnapped.
What's the difference? What's the definition of buying them?
Any woman that you go on a date with.
Oh well, but shit, I bought a lot of them. So they ain't saying too much.
That was your girlfriend that day.
Yeah,
just for the day.
He's like, yeah, sure.
Pretty much.
All right.
Let's call it
We're
that.
used to it. It's whatever.
Yeah, let's call it that.
It's good. Whatever makes him happy. It's cool.
Said you capping.
No.
Okay. I mean, I'm 40. What I'm 41, 2. I ain't, you know, I don't usually
Said
go
I'm
into
41.
born in 83. However old it is. I don't get into all that. I ain't got to prove myself. I wore a badge for 20 years. I done slung this dick in every part of Philadelphia I can name. So it's okay.
Some of Jersey, you know.
Yes. And
Going
Maryland.
over state lines.
Yes. I ain't got to do all that dumb shit at all.
No.
But the guy, I mean, I'm in a group chat with guys who do that shit, and I'm like, I just be looking like, yeah, you could tell dudes who don't really know how to get women because when they get a woman that's quote unquote bad that they never had before, they want to do everything to let it be
for her.
known. Yeah, I'm like, okay, cuz just call it a day. My problem is, as OG say, I give too much. I give 100% instead of giving
That's
70.
a fact.
That's true.
Yeah, I do.
Every facet
Yeah.
of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not be doing that.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and hop over to OGs.
Oh, OG started
OG's
5
on?
minutes ago. Yep.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Outside of that, I mean, you want to drop your last thoughts? It's fine. If there's anything else, I think I'm gonna call it early because it's been a really long day for me. I think I'll see what's going on OG and some of these other spaces. I think Carpenter's Journey's also got a live that he's been doing, so I think I might just take a look at what's going on. Hungry as hell too.
Yeah, it's gonna be his first show.
Yeah.
You said what?
This is gonna be his first show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's what's up. I know he's got other stuff on. I didn't know it was gonna be his first though. I might want to go check that out. See
All
what's
right, I'll
going
go
on.
with it, man. I see y'all.
All right,
Later.
man. Yeah, conversation. Like I said, didn't really think that many people will pop up, especially on the polygamy side. But kind of was what it was. I think a lot of people are really still picking out the idea of monogamy because, quite frankly, it has, like I said earlier, became the gold freaking standards. But the truth of the matter is that there are people who are trying to get away from it. There are people of this new generation. X is been in it for a while. X is pretty much has been trying to do their own thing and have been pretty much absentee for a lot of millennials. Millennials are pretty much already been in the standard for creating the polygamy thing that's on the big rise. And now we got Z's, and God forbid, we don't know what alphas are actually going to be doing in the future. But as far as we can tell, somebody needs to be the threshold. Someone needs to be the one to put things back on track if we even want to have a quote future for people coming through in the future. When I say people, I mean children being born. Children being born, because I don't think we're going to get that. I think it's going to keep slowing down. I even see in the Asian countries that women are not having a problem with their men sleeping with other women for dollars, so long as they don't have feelings and they don't want them having children. It says your favorite way. I thought it was mahogany, but I kind of see where you're going with there. Either way, someone's supposed to be getting the wood, right? And quite frankly, I think this is as a closing statement. I'll pretty much just say that at the end of the day, I don't think there's a one size fits all fit. I think it works out for some people in some aspects, and it works out for others in their way. I don't think there's really a great answer as far as we know. He gonna almost say maybe say mahogany. That monogamy is still the quote standard, but at the same time, you got to keep it a buck. People are switching it out because they don't think that it's the way to go. He said, "You got this. You caught it. Yeah, I caught it. I caught it." I don't think it's a standard for everybody anymore. I think everybody's just kind of trying to do their own thing because, quite frankly, I'll just say it for the Xers and even for millennials, we effed it up. We effed up the idea of coupling with people. We effed it up when it came to the idea of sticking with one another. We effed it up when it came to the idea of how to properly raise children. We effed it up. We effed it up. And if we're going to be able to showcase something that can be better for the future, we're going to have to make better examples. We're going to have to actually try to convince people to do it because just saying it's best for them ain't enough when we don't have enough real life examples for ourselves to showcase how the game should have been, not exactly the way that we did it. But you know what? You tell me. You tell me what you think. You tell me what you think, especially if you're catching this on the replay in the comment sections. Tell me what your ideas are. If you're someone who's actually into this idea of polygamy or polygyny, whatever how they want to put it. And if you have any ideas for a particular show yourself, do me a favor, folks. You know, you can reach out to me over at Resla, opinionated@gmail.com. Once again, Resla, opinionated@gmail.com. And just be on the lookout for when we are doing our next stream, which will probably end up being Monday, since I take Sundays off so I can focus on a lot of other stuff, what's going on for the week. With that being said, take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and of course, guys, till next time, stay opinionated.